This draft class had the worst picks in NBA history. Out of all the players picked that year, only 3 made it to the All-Star games, and that was just in 2004. Yeah, LeBron James was just starting back then, and even he was doing better. An 18-year-old outplaying an entire draft class. Yikes. And get this, only 15 out of the 58 players chosen stuck around for a decade in the league. But hey, behind every stat, there's a story. And boy, do these players have stories. Some made it big despite the odds, while others fizzled out for various reasons. This is why having the number 1 pick in the 2000 NBA draft was useless. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content and analysis. First up, we've got the number 1 draft pick from 2000, Kenyon Martin. Now, compared to some of his predecessors like Michael Aloa-Candy from 98 and Kwame Brown from 01, Kenyon Martin's career doesn't seem all that bad. He did manage to make it to the All-Star game once, and he racked up fewer than 10,000 career points. But here's the thing. People were expecting a whole lot more from Martin than just 1 All-Star appearance and a modest points tally. Now, let's talk about Miles Swift, the guy who was the 2nd overall pick. Before he got drafted, he had a pretty impressive college career at LSU. People were buzzing, thinking he might go high in the draft, maybe even top 5. But there was some debate about whether he should go pro or wait it out. His mom wasn't totally on board with him leaving home just yet. Still, when the Vancouver Grizzlies picked him 2nd, it seemed like a reasonable choice. The draft pool wasn't overflowing with guaranteed stars, so why not give Swift a shot? He had all the physical tools, tall, athletic, could jump like nobody's business. But when he got to the NBA, things got tricky. The college game and the pro game were completely different, and Swift struggled to adapt. Sure, he had his moments, like turning heads at the slam dunk contest, but consistency was a challenge. His best year came early on, but after that, he kind of hit a plateau. He bounced around different teams, never quite finding his rhythm again. Stromile even tried his luck overseas, playing in China for a bit. So, yeah, it was a mess. But this next guy's career was a little better in comparison. The 3rd overall pick, Darius Miles, skipped college and went straight to the NBA from high school. The Clippers grabbed him with that 3rd pick, making him the earliest high school prospect ever drafted at the time. The Clippers GM saw Miles' potential and believed he'd be a star with his crazy athleticism. Miles didn't have the best shooting skills at first, but his energy on the court was undeniable. He even made it to the all-rookie first team, a big deal for a high school player. Despite his popularity, finding playing time was tough with players like Lamar Odom dominating the spotlight. When the Clippers eyed Andre Miller from the Cavs, they traded Miles. His journey took a turn as he bounced around teams, landing in Portland where he had some standout moments, but clashes and injuries derailed his career. Eventually, he found himself with the Memphis Grizzlies, trying to recover from his tough breaks. Next, we've got Marcus Fizer, the 4th overall pick. The Bulls drafted another power forward to add to their roster, leaving everyone confused. It was a rebuilding phase for the Bulls after the Jordan era, and they were strapped for cash. Fizer had his challenges. They wanted him to play a different position, and he wasn't in the best shape. Things weren't going great for the team either. Then, bam! Fizer tore his ACL in 2003. He made a comeback after teaming up with Tim Grover, a top trainer, to get back in shape. Despite limited playing time in the 2003-04 season, he made a strong impact, scoring big in a couple of games. But then, the injury bug bites again, tearing his ACL a 2nd time. After bouncing around a bit more and dealing with another ACL tear, his NBA career faded. He ends up playing overseas, leaving us wondering what could have been without those injuries. Moving on to Mike Miller, the 5th overall pick. Starting with the Orlando Magic, he honed his skills as a sharpshooter, becoming one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history. Despite initially waiting for his chance, injuries to key players opened doors for him, and he seized the opportunity to play alongside stars like Tracy McGrady. Miller emphasized the importance of seizing opportunities, and he did just that, winning Rookie of the Year and making a lasting impact in the league. He continued his success with various teams, including winning 2 championships with Miami. It wouldn't be fair to leave out possibly the best player from this draft and arguably the greatest 6th man to ever play in the NBA. The 7th pick, Jamal Crawford. Crawford aimed for a lasting NBA career, winning the 6th Man of the Year award with 2 different teams. Although he never became an All-Star, he gained recognition for his clutch scoring off the bench. Crawford faced challenges, especially with the Chicago Bulls initially, but found success by prioritizing team achievements over personal wins. His decision paid off during his time with the Atlanta Hawks and later with the Los Angeles Clippers. With the Clippers, Crawford's impact was significant, earning him another 6th Man of the Year award and contributing to the team's success both on and off the court. Lastly, let's take a look at a second-round gem that should have been drafted in the first round. Despite his talent, Michael Redd fell to the second round of the draft, joining the Milwaukee Bucks as the 43rd pick. Initially benched behind veterans like Ray Allen, Redd persevered, refining his shooting skills through rigorous practice. His dedication paid off as he emerged as a potent scorer, defying early doubts. Redd's commitment remained steadfast, consistently being the first at practice and the last to leave. His breakthrough came in his second season when Milwaukee traded a key player, granting Redd more playing time. Despite skepticism, he earned a starting role by the season's end. A defining moment arrived when Redd set a record by sinking 8 three-pointers in a single quarter against the Houston Rockets in 2002. This showcased his skill as a shooter and solidified his place on the team. Following Allen's departure, Redd became a consistent scorer, earning an All-Star selection in 2004. Despite injury setbacks, including 2 ACL tears, Redd continued to compete at a high level. Reflecting on his journey, he expressed gratitude for his remarkable career, emphasizing his adaptability and success as a sharpshooter. So, would having the number 1 pick in this draft be considered useless or useful? Let's take a deeper look at Kenyon Martin's career to see if the pick was worth it. Back in college, Martin was a standout player, making him an obvious choice for the first selection. Martin brought more than just talent to the table. He brought an unmatched competitive spirit. Despite early NBA setbacks due to injuries, he bounced back stronger. Martin became a key player for the New Jersey Nets, helping them reach back-to-back NBA Finals. But the business side of basketball led to a trade to the Denver Nuggets. Despite not returning to the finals, Martin's leadership remained strong. Nicknamed the Secretary of Defense, he became known for his defensive skills with various teams. He played a significant role in the Nuggets' playoff run in 2009 and had notable playing time with the Clippers and Knicks, each reaching the second playoff round during his time. So, he was injured often, but his stats weren't bad at all. He was also the last college senior to be selected as the top pick in the draft. Looking at all these players, what are your thoughts about this draft? Let us know below in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, I guarantee you'll like these 2 as well.